Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab. My name is Kabir Aditya and I'm your host for today's video. For those of you wondering why I'm making this video in English again, it's because I have lots of audience in India that doesn't speak Hindi. There are lots of cities in India that people watch my channel, but I know for a fact that not all Hindi speakers watch my videos. They want to watch the videos in English as well, and I want to increase my viewership in other parts of India where they understand English more than Hindi. And a lot of my foreign friends also complain about the fact that they can't watch my videos. They want to, but they can't because it's in Hindi. So that's why I've thought that I should make videos in English, although people complain a little bit about my accent, but I will try my best to speak as clearly as slowly so that you also can understand my videos. Now let's begin the topic. Today, we're going to go over what is the ideal diet for a human being. Now you must be wondering, that has nothing to do with my video. That's correct. When I really thought about this question, I realized that it's actually related to sports and our life in general. Because we make videos on movies, sports, and storytelling, I realized this video is very important, especially because when we analyze the tactics part of the sports like cricket, we also talk about the fitness levels. And fitness levels comes from the working out and what you eat, basically the ideal diet, and how you recover from injuries and etc. etc. I had made a video related to injury about Hardik Pandya. You can go onto my channel and watch it as well. That is another detailed video about injuries. But this video is about diet, about what is the ideal diet. Some people say Mediterranean diet is the most balanced ideal diet. Some people say Indian diet is the best. Some people counter against the Indian diet saying there's not enough protein in Indian diet. There's more carbs. Now you must be wondering, protein, carbs, what is he on about? Let's begin with what are the essential nutrients a human body needs. Number one, protein. Protein is basically for our muscle building. That is, we all know that, right? But a lot of people who go to the gym must know muscle building equals protein. More protein equals, yes, muscle. But you also don't know that is very helpful for our skin, a beautiful and healthy skin, and for our hair as well. A lot of people don't realize that hair loss comes from the lack of protein in your diet. Also for our bones, strong bones as well. Basically, protein is for growth, health, and maintenance for our body. Now, what are the protein sources? Well, you have the animal-based protein and the plant-based protein. We're going to go discuss about this at the end of the video. Right now, we're going to go over the essential nutrients. Then we're going to talk about how much calories does a man or a woman need per day. Then what is the weight loss and what is the weight gain and the muscle loss and the muscle gain, and discuss about the protein and so on. This is what we're going to talk about in the video, and then discuss what is the actual ideal diet. We'll come to the conclusion after that, because we need to break down on a diet of what is the body that actually requires it. Then we'll understand the answer, what is the ideal diet. So as I said, protein sources are animal-based and plant-based. So animal-based protein, the meat, the chicken, the fish, especially salmon and tuna and sardines, eggs, even though there's a lot of debate whether eggs are vegetarian or not, scientifically it counts as animal-based protein. And you have the plant-based protein, for example, beans, soy, nuts, lentils, legumes, all of those. Tofu, which is known as bean curd. Paneer, the kind of cottage cheese that is made and consumed and loved in India. So these are the protein sources that we have. Then we have carbs. Think of petrol or fuel for your car. That is carbs for your body. It helps you have the energy throughout the day. Now, what are the sources of carbs and what are the use of it? Like I said, it's the energy source for your body. And the sources of carbs are basically bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, the starchy products like sweet potatoes, cassava, yam, and all of these. So whenever you see these kinds of foods are served with a certain kind of protein or a vegetable, that is the reason, because these are the carbs. It's a balance, trying to balance the diet. The third one, we discussed a lot about this. A lot of our homes discuss about this, vitamins, especially during the COVID times. So when there's the COVID times, a lot of doctors were saying that in order to build up your immune system high, make it strong, consume a lot of vitamins, because vitamins help with our immune system, for our vision as well, for our healthy skin, bones. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin D, all of these. What are the sources of it? The citrus fruits like orange, tangerines, limes, lemons, and lots of kinds of vegetables. There are supplements for vitamins as well, but I will not go over it in this video because we're talking about the pure natural diet, not the supplements that the doctor actually prescribes or recommends, which is why we won't be talking about whey protein in this video. It's just pure plant or animal-based, natural-based protein. A lot of you are going to be troubled by hearing this because a lot of people get scared of this word. fats. There's not only one kind of fat, which is the bad fat that makes you gain weight and makes you that you're overweight or obese. There's also the good kind of fat. There's two kinds of fats: saturated fat and unsaturated fat. So the good kind of fats, what are they? It helps you regulate the body temperature when you're cold. So next time when you go out when it's cold weather, you must know some of your friends who are very, very skinny, who probably have less muscle, less fat, less weight. They probably are more sensitive to the cold weather. But say, now I'm not talking about the obese people, but let's say you might be built well, you're not that skinny, but you're not that sensitive to cold weather either. You might not have that much muscle, but overall you're in a healthy weight. It's because you have enough fat that helps you regulate the body temperature, and you're not that sensitive to the cold weather. That's the good kind of fat. And of course, a lot of you don't know that vitamin, as we talked about, and minerals, we're going to talk about after this section. Vitamin and mineral absorption, fats help with that. And many times if you get certain cuts or injuries when you are doing some kind of sport or cutting vegetables, for example, you got to cut, fats help with the bleeding of it and help prevent bleeding, excessive bleeding of it. Did you know that? That's the good kind of fat. And we hate fat so much. The good kinds of fat, what are the sources? Avocado, olives, fish, especially salmon, certain kinds of fish oils, although they can be known as supplements, but you get what I mean. Nuts like almonds and all of those. Seeds, sunflower seeds and all of those. These kinds of food fall under the good kind of fat. They're very calorie dense, but they're also very necessary for our body as well. We've discussed over it because the use of fat in our body. The bad fat, well, anything that's processed. So you think of processed butter, processed cheese, especially in India, certain sandwiches they put up. My God, those plastic cheese are terrible for you. Those are the bad fats. Whatever unhealthy processed foods, not natural, those are the kinds of bad fats that basically do nothing but make you gain fat, not even weight, fat, because gaining weight can be, well, we could talk about gain weight later on. Minerals, as I'd mentioned, minerals are very good for your bones, for your teeth, for your metabolism, basically how you digest the food and your body absorb the nutrients from the food you consume. And of course, hydration. Hydration is when you have enough water in your body, because over 60% of your body is filled up with water. It's a bit necessary to be hydrated. Calcium is a kind of mineral which is very good for your bones, for your teeth, for regulating your nervous system, your blood pressure, and all of those. Zinc is another kind of mineral. Zinc is also, again, for your immune system, and of course the injury healing. It helps you recover faster. Again, the video that I talk about Hardik Pandya, if you haven't watched it yet, I do suggest you go watch it. You'll better understand about this. And of course, if you're currently watching this video and you haven't liked or subscribed to it, what are you waiting for? Please end up liking this video and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Now let's continue. Iron. Iron is another kind of mineral that's basically in our red blood cells, very important. And also our growth, the hormone that makes us grow. Like for men, it's majority is testosterone. For women, majority is estrogen. These hormonal growth that helps you build that body, like gives you when you go out from the puberty and you gain, let's say your shoulders widen, you grow height and you get stronger muscles and bones become denser. That's the use of iron. Iron helps with that. Lastly, water. We all know 60% of our body is water, but what is the use of water besides quenching our thirst? Well, when your bones move, as a certain joint, let's say, the bones are connected to each other, and they, instead of colliding and damaging it, the water helps lubricate it so the bones don't collide with each other and end up damaging each other. So as a lubricant in our body, so our movement can be smooth. As you know, when people end up getting cramps, they can't really move that much. They get very stiff. That's the reason. Then you have shock absorbent in a way. So for example, jumping or anything like MMA or boxing that you do, where your joints and your body is going through a certain, you get a certain shock in those explosive movements. Shock absorbers, water is very necessary for that. And of course, it helps you carry the nutrients throughout the body and flushes out the toxins from your kidney. So it helps regulate your overall body, like the good stuff and the bad stuff. Water is also not only water, but also in cucumbers, spinach, these leafy green vegetables, lettuce, and all of these are very good sources to stay hydrated. Now let's go over calories and nutrients. How much do we need per day? Now, what is a calorie? It's basically measuring the amount of energy that you consume or you need to survive the day. We usually go per day. So on an average, because different heights, different weights, you need different calories for that. I'll explain that in detail in a bit. On an average, which is why I'm saying average, regardless of the height and weight of a person, on an average, a man needs about 2,500 calories a day. A woman needs about 2,000 calories a day. I'm also saying this because later on we'll need that when we talk about the weight loss, weight gain, and the muscle loss and the fat loss and the muscle gain. So 2,500 calories a day on an average for a man, 2,000 calories a day on an average for a woman. Now, why was I saying average? Because there's this one way to measure how many calories you need specifically for your body, according to your height and your weight. So the body mass index, that calculator, you can find it online anywhere. Just Google BMI calculator. You end up putting you see, it's basically like a chart. So you see how much do you weigh in kilograms, pounds, or stones, whatever you measure, and what is your height, whether it's in feet and inches or whatever how you measure it, and you check what is the ideal weight supposed to be for that. When you see your weight and height, it tells you whether you're malnourished, underweight, healthy weight, overweight, or you're obese. So you'll know whether you need to lose weight or gain weight. So that is a segue for our next segment, the weight loss and weight gain. Before I start off, I want to break certain myths about weight loss. Now, I'll tell you a little small story about weight loss, and I'll tell you what myth I'm going to burst. So once someone I knew at the gym, actually after the gym, we were having dinner together. It was someone I knew at someone's house. I'm not going to say who, because I'm sure they will be watching this video. So that person had gone to the gym for the first time in their life that day. When they came after the gym and I met that person, he was eating a bowl of ice cream. Now you know where this is going. So I asked him, so you went to the gym today, what's your purpose? Are you trying to lose weight? He said, no. I'm like, okay. I think you should, but okay. What's your purpose? You want to build muscle? He said, no. I'm like, so what's your purpose for going to the gym? He said, I just want to cut off the fat around my belly. I said, okay. The man has no idea. Basically, what my point is that if you cannot try to eliminate fat from a certain part of your body. Some people say I want to cut off fat from my face so my jawline will be visible. Some people say from my arms so my veins will be more visible. Some people say legs, some people say hips, some people say belly. You can't do that. Fat loss doesn't occur on a specific part of your body. It occurs throughout your body when you're trying to lose weight or lose fat. The belly is the last place where you lose fat, and belly is the first place where you gain fat. So when you're trying to lose weight, a lot of times you won't notice, but you're actually losing weight because the first thing that you lose fat is from your face, where there's less amount of fat, your hands, your arms, and legs. So from your face, which is why people around you can tell that, oh, you've been losing weight. You don't realize that because you still have a belly, right? Belly is the last place to lose fat, but to gain fat is the first place. So a lot of times when you're on a video call with a person and you meet them after a few months, then you end up realizing, oh, you have a belly now, you gain some weight. It's because belly is the first place to gain the fat, and the face, the arms, and legs is much later on. It takes a while to see that, oh, you've gained weight, or for you to realize, oh, I've gained weight. That's the reason. Belly is the first place to gain weight. Belly is the last place to lose weight. The fat, basically. So this is the myth that I was trying to burst, that you cannot cut down fats from parts of your body. It happens throughout. Now, how do we lose weight or fat? Well, we discussed about the average calories that you need per day for a man and a woman. Now let's say for a man, the average calories you need, despite the height and the weight that we talked about, you need 2,500 calories a day just to maintain your weight. Now, if you want to lose weight, you can do two things. Either you eat less, basically you end up measuring how much, what you're eating and how much you're eating, is you cut it down to 2,000 calories a day. And then you end up losing weight. But you don't want to cut down what you eat, right? Because you end up feeling hungry, you can't survive it. Okay. Now, you consume 2,500 calories of food and whatever drinks and stuff, but you work out for 500 calories. So which means you burn 500 calories So overall, at the end of the day, how much do you end up consuming? 2000. So that is the way to lose weight. It's as simple as that. There's no golden formula that in fitness freaks or whatever tell you. It's as simple as that. You eat less or you work out more, or you do a balance of bit of both. That's it. That's how you lose weight. And if you have to gain weight, it's that simple. So if you are consuming 2,500 calories a day, you end up eating 3,000. But because you want to work out as well, and you're very physically active and you burn calories easily, so you end up eating 3,000, say 200 or 500 calories a day. And you end up burning 500. So overall, you're consuming 3,000 calories a day. That way, you end up gaining weight. That's it. That's how you lose weight, and that's how you gain weight, regardless of the muscle and stuff that we're going to go into the next section. Muscle gain and fat loss. So some people want to not only gain weight, but they want to specifically gain muscle without end up, gaining fat as well. Well, they want to burn fat and gain muscle because they want to look good. Okay. That's when protein comes in. So when you're counting calories and when you're trying to lose weight, you not only care about how much you're eating, but you also care about what you're eating. So you have to make sure you end up taking enough protein that helps you build muscle. Now, how do you calculate that? Very simple. 1 kilograms of your weight is the amount of grams of protein that you take. 1 gram of protein. Confusing, right? So for 1 kg of your body weight, you end up taking 1 gram of your protein. So if you weigh, say, 75 kgs, you don't want to lose or gain weight, but you want to gain muscle and you want to work out. So besides counting the calories, how much protein should I take? If I weigh 75 kgs, I should end up taking 75 grams of protein. It's as simple as that. 1 kg of body weight equals 1 gram of protein you should consume. Please do not consume more because some people say, if I consume more, I'll end up building more. No, you're going to end up building cancer cells because of that. It's very harmful. I'm warning you that. So that's the ideal way to count how much protein you should take. That's it. That's how you end up gaining muscle. But now protein. What is the best way to take protein? Animal-based, plant-based, or just supplements? I'm not going to go over the supplements. We're just going to go over the natural bit. That's the segue to our next segment. Is animal-based protein better than plant-based or vice versa? Okay, let's discuss. Protein is protein regardless of where you get it from, whether it's animal-based protein or plant-based protein. If you consume the amount of protein your body needs, you're going to end up gaining muscle. But besides the morality part of it, that you shouldn't consume animals and all of that, what is the scientific way to tell which has a slightly more advantage over the other? Well, I'll give you an example. Let's take a certain protein, say chicken, and compare it to, say, rajma, kidney beans. So 85 grams of chicken has 27 grams of protein. But 85 grams of kidney beans, rajma, has 21 grams of protein. Now, you vegetarian-based diets who prefer plant-based protein would end up arguing that I'll just eat a little bit more kidney beans, rajma, and I'll end up consuming as much protein as much I would with chicken. So why should I can still survive, so I end up gaining muscle. What's the debate about it? Well, 85 grams of chicken, 27 grams of protein, but it has about 139 calories. Now, the kidney beans, 85 grams of kidney beans, 21 grams of protein, but it has 162 calories. Now, you see what I mean? You might end up consuming more of the plant-based, but you end up consuming more calories. So you have to decide and balance what suits you more. People who have faster metabolism, who can't gain weight easily, the plant-based might be better because you also end up consuming calories. But with the chicken, you don't have to consume that many calories. For example, if I want to lose fat at the same time as gaining muscle, I would prefer the animal-based protein because it has more protein in small amounts of food that I eat and fewer calories. That's the only difference between plant-based and animal-based protein. There's no one better than the other. There's no, besides the morality, of course, there's no one better than the other scientifically. It's you end up consuming more of plant-based to get the same amount of protein as much as you would with the animal-based. That's the conclusion of animal-based versus plant-based protein. That's the only difference. Now, after discussing the nutrients a body needs, the calories a body needs, how to lose weight, how to gain muscle, and how to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, And of course, the animal-based protein versus plant-based protein. Now, is there an ideal diet? After knowing all this information, can you generalize a diet? I don't think so. Because every human body is different. Every body's requirements are different. Regardless, even if you're identical twins, both of them will have different metabolism. Because I know some identical twins who one person ends up easily losing weight, one person ends up easily gaining weight. That's how it is. Everybody's different. So can we generalize what diet is the ideal in the world? Nope. Because every single person is different. And what is the ideal diet? Whatever suits your body. Whatever your body requires, whether you're losing or gaining weight, or losing muscle or losing fat or gaining muscle, or just maintaining it and living day to day. This is the conclusion of this video. There's no generalization of a certain diet. So now this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please do end up liking this video. Just press the like button. Doesn't take much. It won't charge you for money. It's free of cost, I promise. But it helps motivate me a lot. And if you have a certain thought to spare, please put them in the comment section down below what you think of this video. And if you know someone who needs to hear all these myths that you want to burst, share with them. Send them this video. They will know that there are many myths that can be busted about diets. So if next time someone tells you Indian diet is better than the other or certain diet is better than the other, just send them this video and tell them everybody's different. That's it. And please, a lot of you people give me views more than subscribers I have, which tells me only one thing, that you're watching my videos but not subscribed to my channel. Please press the subscribe button and press the bell icon and press the all button in that option. So whenever I upload a new video, you end up getting a notification. If you enjoyed this video, I'll end this video now. I've been talking a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next episode, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.